Hey everybody, welcome to Stealth Diggers, metal detecting relic hunting. Here we go, this is the start of the 2018 digging season, or season 6 for us here in the Continuum. Now, we have a couple segments you're not going to want to miss. Myself and Ninjen, we go out to a 1800s cabin site, dig up some really cool stuff, and it was absolutely beautiful outside.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Oh my
God. And the next day, myself and Keebs go back to the colonial home site on the hill, and being this is New England, the next day was freezing. Just a science fancy.
Yes, yeah.
In either case, everything between this site and that site has all been 1700s.
Yeah. Don't put lead buttons in the washer.
So stay tuned, we appreciate you watching, and you better hold on to something. So thanks for watching, everybody. As always, we appreciate your views. We love your comments. And we're all hoping for a great season to come. All right, the first segment starts out with myself and Ninjen returning to the Somewhere in the Night site. If you remember the episode a few months back, we had located this mysterious, well, spot where a house or cabin sat. It's taken 4 months to get back there after winter leaving. And I think after our second visit, we have a better understanding of what may have gone on there and when. This site has been unknown to our local history. So, no further delay, let's get digging. So here we are, almost 5 months later. And Jen and myself are super excited to be back here, and anything we find is gonna be great. So, started swinging on our way in. Jen found this really cool chunk of an old saw blade, and that thing looks like it was made to really take down some timber. I dug a few plugs, just sheet metal signals, but I got some window glass. Those bits and pieces are something we always take. And then I moved over a little bit, got a good signal, dug it up, and here's a good first proper culture. Oh! Looks like suspension. It is. Very nice. Beautiful. So we're going to spend a couple hours. Jen is actually taking the orbit route today. Say hi.
Hello.
She's here. And I'm going to tickle the rim, so.
Ah, fanciness there.
Yeah, that's different, huh?
It is. Look at the little pinholes.
Very thin and frail.
Fragiles.
Yeah, so.
Pretties. Good job.
Thank you. Wow. Well, that's big, but it's clean. That's the thing about being out at a site like this. It should all be relatively old stuff, but it could be space junk. It better not be modern contamination. It's big, though. Holy mackerel. Do you want to do an extraction? I can see it making its way to light, and I think I know what it is, and I think I'm about to have a Digger Dame moment, but I want Jen to pull this out. Wow, that might explain the large size clean signal. If that's what I think it is,
it's big.
Go slow.
Oh man. Are you kidding me? Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Oh my
God. Holy
It's mine. I'm out of here. See ya. Oh my God, this is ridiculous.
Oh my.
The dinger's in there.
Holy crap.
And there I am wasting.
Look at that shank.
Oh, this could not be any more beautiful.
It's absolutely gorgeous. Whoa. I got fuzzy warm feelings. So as I was saying before I dug it about being loud and large, but out here it should be old.
Yeah.
If that was a swimming hole situation, I mean, I would have dug it anyways, but I wouldn't have been as optimistic. And here we go. The moment we've all been waiting for. This bell has probably been in the ground 150 years, and today is the day we get to hear it ring. Ninjen, please. Back to it. Well, I just turned around from where that bell was. Got a little 53 signal. It's a little suspension, probably off a garter or something. Nice. Glad there's stuff out here. No, it's one of them casings. We have been digging a ton of these. They're rimfire. Not exactly sure how old they are, but I would say between this trip and the last trip, we've probably dug 25 of them. Oh, look what Jen got. Is it iron? It is iron.
Appears to be.
Was the one you dug last time over in that iron bed iron? Was it the stamped one? I can't remember, but I think it was.
I can't remember either.
Very nice. You know what that means? That's the first spoon toss of 2018.
Oh yeah, baby.
And you got it. So if you're fairly new to the channel, I know you're wondering, what's with the spoons? Well, at this point, it's become tradition. We call them spoon toss theories. It's our tribute and speculation of how all these spoons end up in the ground all over the world. Out in fields, the ocean, the beach, parking lots, rock beds, mountain sides, and the list goes on and on. And being this was the first one of 2018, I had to get it just right. It takes quite a few takes to do these things. Great job.
Thank you. I like it.
Yeah. All right. Jen is on a tear and got another seasonal first.
Yep. First ox shoe. 2018.
Nice pork chop.
Nice. Yeah. For the 2018 plethora.
Right. The count has begun.
It has.
So I'm over here by the lip of the hole. I just got a signal, which I didn't film because it was, really choppy. I pulled out a nail, so I'm like, it can't be that. And then when I re-swung over the soil I threw out, well, that's different. What is that?
Could it be like the innards of a watch or
That's
something?
what I thought at first, but I don't know.
It held up.
It definitely looks cut, doesn't it?
It's definitely cut.
So that's interesting, even though the signal was bleh, and I pulled a nail out first and checked. I think I may have actually found one of the slugs out of one of those casings. Caliber seems the same. Any of you aficionados out there, if you have any type of inclination on this or the casing, definitely let us know in the comments. Alright, you can see I got the ground open, and I thought I was just dealing with one of those casings because 30, 70, clunky, but look at this. It is, it's an Indian head. I don't know, I'm still perplexed with this site. If you've seen the video last fall, we're convinced that there was also a logging operation here back in the 1930s or 40s. So there is a bit of that cross-contamination, but how cool is that? All right, so Jen's over by the brook, off the side of the house, and let's see what you get.
Well, at first I pulled a beautiful square nail. It's in here. There's still more of a signal in there. Looks like it says, let's see, O-W-E-R, Austin.
New York?
Something New York.
Oh, that's cool. We should be able to Googleize that.
Yeah, let's Googleize that.
Very nice.
See what else is in this hole.
So I just went down the hill a ways. The iron field keeps going. I dug a file. Yeah, way down there. So I'm gonna take you guys down there because I just got a really bright signal, and it's pretty interesting heading south, which just keeps going down and down and down and down. The iron debris field seems to keep stretching that way, which is odd. All right, let's go look at that signal. So that's where the file was. And then I moved right over here. Looks like half a hatchet. Or a wedge. Huh. All right, just a few feet over. Oh yeah. I get my first spoon toss of the year. That's a big bowl. I think that's that Britannia metal. I don't think it's pewter. Either way. Awesome. Nice, more spoon. Again, I'm down by the brook, down the hill, and there's a lot of signals coming down this way. And the thing about the site, we really don't know which way they were accessing the place. It could have been just a few small cart paths in and out in different directions. So maybe this was one of them. Here's another interesting piece out of this mess of signals down here. I'm thinking potentially a watch winder, which is a great thought. That would be nice. I don't know why I didn't think it in the beginning, but this could potentially have just been the dumping area. Makes sense, the distance is right, but the iron is consistent, which is odd. It's not like I walked away and then came upon a hot spot. But who knows? And that's where this comes in super handy. I am down in rocks and roots. I can't even get my shovel in there. Got a little piece of fancy here. Man, that thing had to be 8 inches down. Huh. Well, those are all the pieces I managed to get out. Pretty fancy, whatever it was. So it's getting late in the day. We're gonna get out of here this time before it gets dark. Checking in with Jen. She got some iron pieces.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, that is pretty cool.
I got more iron pieces, but that's okay.
But here's something she dug. That's really cool. She got herself a bale seal with text. It almost looks like it had like wire right into it, and then they wrapped it around.
Yeah, I wasn't exactly sure.
Very nice. So good. Well, I think we actually did really good out here today. I wasn't sure about how our recap would be because that first day we were out here, we found stuff, but it's not, this place isn't loaded. So I'm gonna draw this one out with the debris field down there, which could be the dump. Then over there, where we originally had come in and you had discovered that iron bed. Mm-hmm. Other than that, there's a little nice patch up there, and the rest is rocks and swamp. So. Oh
no, and a million of these.
The shells. Yeah, this guy was trigger happy. Yeah, they're literally everywhere. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Well, what a great way to start out the year, right? This second trip pretty much helped us determine, with the stuff that we dug out of the ground, that we are dealing with a late 1800s site, and more than likely a cabin site, for us to have documented for our town history, and pretty interesting at that. This spot actually sits at the tail end of a late 1700s farm. So obviously you're gonna get that stretch of time between the late 1700s to the 1800s where people had existed, but the concentration of that footprint undoubtedly tells us somebody was there in the late 1800s. All right, so you ready for the next segment? Here is how it started. Keebs and I trekked up here. He turned his machine on about, 40 feet away?
About.
Swung over a signal. So let's jump right in and see what the culture is.
60, 61. It's telling me button.
This is the place for it.
Button with bent over shank.
Well, that is a great start.
Yeah. For just walking in with my machine on.
Yeah, we didn't even set up yet. So there we go. Keebler got the culture. Surprisingly, it's a button. All right, I'm gonna go turn it on.
Yeah.
So, last fall for us, a few weeks ago for you, the colonial home on the hill where Keebs and I found that site and absolutely cleaned up. Well, we've been waiting for spring to go back there. We hike all the way up in there, and when we get there, we realize that the ground conditions are not cooperating with our machines. Deep frost, moisture. As we know, when you're dealing with RF, radio frequency, in a metal detector, the ground conditions affect that signal that you get back. And on this day, it was not cooperating with us.
I don't know. But it rang up good.
It sure did. All right, well, it's a classic situation. You're going down in that hole with your pinpointer and you can't find anything because you tossed it out of the hole. And we have got... Oh, how's that for fancy? Very nice. So believe it or not, we've already been here about a half an hour, which in contrast to the last time we were here is a long time in between finding anything. And Keebs and I were both just remarking that the conditions are difficult today. Everything I've been able to lock onto, which hasn't been easy, has been iron, and he said the same thing. But not only did I get a button, so didn't he, so let's take a look.
Oh, yeah. Earthenware.
Oh, nice.
Was in a hole. And this,
Is it pewter?
yeah, with a shank.
Well, at this point, we've been there like 2 hours, and that's a long time. Last time we were there, the ground was loaded. Whether it was good targets or iron, there were signals everywhere. So at this point, we got a few buttons, Keebs dug a thimble, and we just knew we were fighting a losing battle with hearing stuff in the ground.
I was fighting it out in the mud, and the blood, and the beer. But that was like hard to get.
Yeah, nothing's been easy today. So at this point, the temperature is dropping. We are into the upper 30s, and I say to Keebs, you know what? I'm going to take a hike. I'm gonna follow this main wall, and I'm gonna go into what we would assume be the next parcel, just to warm up and to see if anything else is there. So I just, go. As you can see, I'm absolutely freezing. I think it's colder now than it was in December. Well, I didn't bring my machine, make it easy to get down here, but I do have my pinpointer on me, so let me give it a little jab. And that's another reason why I always have this on me. We got a nail. It's gotta be. Well, let's go back to Keebs and give him the news. It's a good possibility.
Up there?
Yes.
Whoa.
With my pinpointer and field tool, I pulled the nail out, and it looks similar to this.
Wow.
Not the big hole, but
Yeah.
being that we're having, a tough day here, we should probably check it out. And then we'll know, because we're going to have to come back to recap here,
Yeah.
to hit that again. Did you have any luck while I was gone? All right, well, this is the exciting part. going to check out this other potential hole. Small, but... And then there's a big old tree back there, and that wall, which runs up to the next one, is back there. So,
Yeah.
only one way to test it. We got iron. I got me a pewter button. Keebs yells over, "Oh, good, me too."
So there's the back side.
Good, so you got shankage.
And fancy on it. I don't know what it is yet.
All right. Well, that's good. We got confirmation of oldness and people. The hell is that?
I don't know. I think it goes to that.
Oh, you too? Well, that's what we were chasing. 2 big chunks of pewter. 8283.
Oh, lock it?
Now this is bizarre. It's pewter. It's pewter again, right? But tell me that doesn't look like the part that goes to the ass neck of a bull, right?
Yeah.
It's solid. Or like he molded it in a spoon, like filled a spoon.
Yeah.
Wow. Maybe we finally found the spoon maker's home for the area. I literally just walked away from that spoon mold thing. Got a 70 signal, just dug it up because it's getting late and cold. And there's something round in there. There was definitely stuff on it at one point in time. I think I got a coin. I think it's another one of those knockoff King Georges.
You guys were in cahoots.
I don't know if you know, but our buddy Chuck, Feral Cat, informed me that Slick Rick has a brother.
Oh, yeah?
Blank Hank.
He blankety blank.
Look, doesn't that look like a KG2?
Uh-huh.
It rang up 70.
Yeah.
Oh, either way, cool. Pewter spoon handle. Very good. Maybe this guy was the spoon maker. All right, so right behind Keebs, I just had a successful extraction of a Tomback button, and he yells over and says,
You should film this.
all right. He's been working over here for a long time, and currently he's actually right in the chimney stack.
Yeah. So what I have is, I believe it's a pewter button with a metal back, but it's got like a number 3 on it.
Really?
Can you see that right there? Right there, see it?
Hey, definitely got something on there.
See, this way it looks like a 3.
Oh yeah, it does.
Yeah, and then this way though, it might be an M, I don't know, but it looks more like a 3 to me, right there.
It's weird, it's on the shank side.
So
when
no,
you-
the shank's on this side.
Oh.
It's poked through.
Oh, I got ya. So the button you dug, Dame?
Huh? What? No.
How'd that happen? He's not until next week's episode.
Yeah, how did that happen?
It's 2018. Anything can happen. Okay, so the button you just dug, which we're looking at, and you think it has a number on it?
It has 2 numbers on it. And after researching and researching and researching, there's actually the numbers 3, and the shank has come through the front, but you can make it out, it's the top of a 4. So it's 34. Finally found out what this button is. It's the 34th Foot Regiment, a British
regiment.
regiment, a British button in Saskatchewan.
So they could have been British enlisted men.
Possibly. They were dispatched to upstate New York and Canada, the 34th. And How'd they get there? Did they come down the St. Lawrence, or did they come up from Portsmouth or Boston?
Right.
Not sure. Another theory is this gentleman may have been a patriot and grabbed it as a souvenir off the battlefield.
Right. And we do hear those theories
Yeah.
from time to time. Come over here.
Now, how did you do this?
Dame's a week early. He's going to be here in next week's video, which is pretty cool. So
Yeah.
you just transiating?
I'm riding the slipstream, man.
Cool. All right, well, we're going back out to the woods. We will see you next week, and I don't know how much longer we're going to last because razor blades.
Yeah.
Huh. It's a pewter button, but it's got stuff on it.
Like the one I just pulled?
Right
next door?
next door.
I don't know.
Just designs.
I
Fancy.
guess, yeah.
In either case, everything between this site and that site has all been 1700s.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Don't put lead buttons in the washer.
No.
The little pewter spoon bowl.
Oh, nice baby spoon.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Oh, look at the fancy on that.
Yeah, neck. Everything's been pewter.
Yeah.
Repute the pewter.
I think I know how he died.
Yeah. Well, we hate to say it, but we're both in agreement. We got to get out of here.
We got to get out of this place
Yeah.
if it's the last thing we ever do.
I think there's a better life for me and you, or at least a warmer one.
Yeah.
Again, today was remarkable because not only did we go back to the colonial home on the hill, we found a neighbor next door. So another one for the map and a few more relics. We will be back to recap this because the conditions have to be better in the ground and in the air. So
And again, we haven't been here this long, and
no.
all this 1700 stuff flying out of the ground.
Right. And we got a good hike out, so. All right. All right, everybody. Well, hope you enjoyed the start of the new year. It's so great to be back outside, but Mother Nature is being very peculiar with us. We actually still have snow on the ground in a lot of places. Look at that. So see you next time. Till then, stay young, always keep them guessing, and live free or die. And speaking of Mother Nature, that was not on the list. We're trying to film down here.
Partial symbol.
You got a gun on you?
Always.
We may have to recap.
Yeah, after it dries out a bit. Wait. Dot, dash, dot, dot. He's in trouble! This film crew is incredible. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
You're the best.
But next time, please, don't bring the woodpeckers.
Yeah.
You know, when you go to cook lunch, and it's already in there, isn't that convenient? Rat bastard.